Good evening and welcome to News 24. This is Mahrin Samdani with the top news of the day. The Cabinet has decided to complete all the degree and master's level examinations of Qawmi Madrasa. However, no decision has been taken yet on whether to reopen the school or college or to conduct PEC, JSC and HSC examinations. The decision was taken at a Cabinet meeting at the Secretariat on Monday. The Cabinet meeting also gave final approval to the draft law amending the House Building Finance Corporation, where a maximum of 5 years imprisonment and a fine of BDT 5 lakh has been provided for the crime. The Cabinet has given final approval to the draft of the amended law of Bangladesh House Building Finance Corporation by increasing the capital. The draft National Food and Nutrition Security Policy 2020 was approved with more emphasis on production and supply of nutritious, safe food in the country. Corona infections have decreased worldwide in the last 24 hours. More than 206,000 people have been infected in one day. More than 4,000 lives have been lost. The death toll in the United States, Brazil and India has dropped. In the current situation, the U.S. administration has approved blood plasma treatment for corona. China has approved the trial vaccine for critically ill patients. Meanwhile, Britain's chief medical officer has said that not going to school is more harmful to children than coronavirus. Meanwhile, the number of coronavirus samples tested and identified in the country has decreased in 24 hours. 2,484 people have been diagnosed with coronary heart disease in 24 hours. 42 people have died at the same time. A total 3,983 of people have died in the country due to corona infection. A press release issued by the Department of Health on Monday provided various information on the corona infection situation in the country. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said Ivy Rahman, a woman leader killed in a grenade attack on August 21st, was a public thoroughfare soldier. Such a horrible death of a dedicated leader like her could not be accepted in any way. She said this at the beginning of the Cabinet meeting on the day of Ivy Rahman's death anniversary. Awami League General Secretary and Minister for Road Transport and Bridges Waidul Qadir has said that the August 15th and August 21st killings were linked. Waidul Qadir made the remarks after paying homage at the Bonani Cemetery on the 16th death anniversary of Ivy Rahman, wife of former President Zil Rahman and former Women's Affairs Secretary of the Awami League. Those who reward the murderer are equally guilty, Qadir said, adding that Bangabandhu was the target in one and Sheikh Hasina in the other. Hawa Bhavan was the mastermind of this. Besides, even though they have been in power more than once, they have not brought the murderers of Zia Rahman under trial. The Awami League itself condemned the killing at that time. Meanwhile, leaders and activists of Awami League and allied organizations paid homage to Ivy Rahman's grave. The victims of public humiliation, a mother and her two daughters, have been granted bail in a cattle lifting case in Cox's Bazar, Chokuria. Judge Rajiv Kumar Dev of the Chokuria Judicial Magistrates Court passed the order in the morning. Earlier on Friday, a case was registered against 5 people, including a mother, 2 daughters and a son, for stealing cattle after tying a rope and forced to parade for about 7 kilometers. The court later sent them to jail. Although 5 people applied for bail in the morning, the court rejected the application of the other 2. Meanwhile, Chokuria Senior Judicial Magistrate Court on Monday took initiative to file a case after the video went viral on social media. The court directed the Senior Assistant Superintendent of Police of Chokuria Circle to submit an investigation report within 7 working days. In the same incident, 2 separate investigation committees have been formed from the offices of Cox's Bazar Deputy Commissioner and Chokuria Upazila Executive Officer. Swabosti Roy, Deputy Director of the Local Government Department, has been made the head of the District Administration Committee. Village after village has been flooded by breaking the embankment due to abnormal tidal pressure. Croplands have been submerged, fishing grounds have been washed away. Millions of people in the floodplain are stranded in the water. Meanwhile, the Meghna River Protection Dam in Pola has not been repaired in 4 days. Last Thursday, 12 villages were submerged due to the tidal water. There is no end to the suffering of the people of this chore in the last few days of unusual tides and torrential rains. The embankment has been broken and the cropland has been destroyed. In most areas, water has stopped flowing. Extreme misery is being borne by the people of this chore region. Brenton Tarrant, a white racist Australian youth who killed 51 people including Bangladeshis by attacking 2 mosques in New Zealand, was also planning to attack another 3rd mosque. The sentencing hearing for the case began in Christchurch on Monday morning local time, the BBC reported. Survivors of the attack as well as family members of the victims will testify. Earlier, Tarrant was taken to Christchurch airport on Sunday afternoon on a New Zealand Air Force plane amid tight security. The worst terrorist attack in history took place in Christchurch last year. A single attack by Brenton Tarrant killed 51 Muslim worshippers that day. During Friday prayers at 2 mosques in Christchurch, Tarrant entered the mosque with a gun and fired indiscriminately at worshippers, recording a video of the infernal massacre. A total of 92 charges have been filed against him, including 51 for murder, 40 for attempted murder and 1 for assault. At least 9 people, including 5 soldiers, have been killed in a powerful twin explosion in the southern Philippine city of Zolo. At least 17 military and civilians were injured in the blast on Monday morning, local media reported. The first blast occurred in front of a grocery store around 12 noon local time. Another explosion occurred at church again. A local food warehouse, a computer shop and 2 military trucks were severely damaged in the incident. There is still panic in the city. The Zolo Provincial Police Chief said there were fears of another explosion. Therefore, besides strengthening security, law enforcement members have also been increased. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. However, the Abu Sayyaf rebel group has been blamed for the attack. Abu Sayyaf has a presence in Sulu and its adjoining provinces. The militant group is blacklisted in the United States and the Philippines. And that's all the news for today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.